Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Parker Gabriel, Ryan McFadden, Denver Post. We're out here another day of Broncos training camp. Last day before the team goes to Arizona for its preseason opener on Friday night. This is 4 Downs. 4 most interesting things we saw and heard today at practice. And Ryan, number one is the thing that Sean Payton, one of the things he dislikes about training camp. They're required to put out a depth chart. And Sean Payton did everything in his power to say, it's in pencil, it doesn't really matter, nothing's set in stone. I mean, it's August, 9th. But all the same, we talked about it. So one of the things that jumped out, and Sean sort of talked about this, the tight end room had Adam Troutman as the number one. He sort of explained why, because he's an all-around tight end. Maybe the most interesting thing in that was that Albert Okwuegbunam was 5th behind Nate Atkins, the undrafted rookie.
Yeah, it was. I kind of wrote about it a little bit yesterday, how I thought Albert's stock was kind of going down, especially when you look at the way the team practiced on 11-on-11 periods where you're seeing Dulcich, Troutman, and Manhurst getting the majority of the reps. It was kind of shocking to see Nate Atkins over him, but you can understand a little bit, especially with how Sean Payton values so much of a tight end blocking.
Yep.
And that's one thing Nate Atkins has.
He kind of thumps people.
Yeah.
He brings it. Watch number 45 on Friday night.
Yeah, he brings it.
And then a couple other ones, just I guess quickly on the depth chart front. Not surprising after Vance Joseph said yesterday they're going to have packages for Caden Stearns and Kareem Jackson, that they had sort of like the or designation. They basically feel like they have 3 starters at safety with those guys and Justin Simmons. Marvin Mims apparently at the moment leading over Montreal Washington for the return job. Jonathan Harris, probably not surprisingly given the way camp has gone, is listed as a starting defensive lineman. So all subject to change, but that certainly was part of the conversation today. Number 2, Courtland Sutton. We talked to him after practice. Looks really good, and he said he feels really good.
And he's playing really good too.
Yeah.
He had a really nice sideline catch during practice today. He's made a lot of good plays on the field throughout camp. He is like he said, he looks good physically, and which is good. Which is good because you lose Tim Patrick, you lose KJ Hamler, so a little bit more pressure is on your top 2 guys in Judy and Sutton. And this is like Sean Payton said in the spring, they're hoping to get the 2019 version of Courtland Sutton. And so far, it looks like it's trending in that direction. Obviously, it is practice. Yeah. And we are still a ways to go from week 1. But I feel like Courtland Sutton and his relationship, his connection with Russell Wilson is looking very good so far.
Yeah, also good. Number 3, pretty good news on the injury front today for the Broncos. Mike McGlinchey has a knee sprain. That's not ideal. He'll probably miss a couple of weeks, but got a shot to be ready for week 1 against Vegas. And the main thing is, didn't seem like there's going to be a surgery required. He was out here at practice today, not participating, obviously, but going through stretching, doing a little bit of very light conditioning work. And then same with Brandon Johnson, sprained an ankle, a couple weeks maybe. But both those guys, Brandon Johnson especially, have a good chance to be back by opening day, and maybe even get a week or 2 weeks of practice in before that as well. And then Ryan, number 4, there was some talk about the turf conditions down in Arizona. It's been pretty beat up. Sean Payton said, yeah, we'll pay attention to it. Then when he was asked, will it affect who plays on Friday night, he said, the turf, no. That was his full response. It's pretty clear that he doesn't view this as just like a step in the process, right? Like it's important. It's important. I think preseason games are going to be very important under Sean Payton.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think you can tell it is. I think especially in his first year in terms of developing chemistry, seeing where guys are at, even though. And like Sean Payton has this type of mindset where like you kind of know who are your first, second, and third string guys so far, but it's like he's trying to he keeps in the mentality where it's like everyone is like competing for something. Yeah. And with that type of mentality, that means everyone's going to be playing during training camp. During the preseason game. So it's not surprising, especially how his comments towards the field in Arizona. So he's trying to set a standard right away, and the standard is if you want to play for my team, you have to bring it. Yep. Even in the preseason.
Yep. That's exactly right. We will be there in Arizona on Friday night, preseason game number 1. Broncos aren't back on the field here at least with us in attendance, until Monday. But we will have all kinds of coverage in the Denver Post from here, from Phoenix, from preseason game number 1. For Ryan, I'm Parker. Thanks for watching.